So, like many transgender people, when they transition, they also of normally change their name from male to female or female to male, and their old name is considered to be a dead name. And I think this alone says how they feel about it, and to be reminded of it when somebody refers to you with your dead name, that's really distressing, because you try so hard to become this person, and then people remind you again and again when they call you with your dead name, with your old self, with which you were totally uncomfortable. So I think the name of the word says it all. I mean, dead name is a really strong word. So
I didn't know that the transgender had a dead name.
yes, that is what transgender people normally call their old name. So say if I get a new name and decide to be, I don't know, Lucas, then the name I have now I would consider to be my dead name.
Okay.
And it is very violent for them that people call them by their own name.
It is for many.
Okay, it's a new thing.
It is for many because they felt so uncomfortable in their old body, and then they are being reminded of it again, and that's very hurtful.
Oh, because they have done so many surgical operations, and people still call them by their own name, and
yes, by their birth name, which is that's very hurtful.
Yeah.
It's like they have done everything for nothing. They have done the physical change for nothing.
It doesn't even have to be that far.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, when you yourself know, as long as you can remember, that you're not a boy, but a girl, and then people again and again, even after you began transitioning and changing your name, still refer to you with your old name, that is really hurtful.
All right.
May I play around a little bit again?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, a cisgender woman is
Okay.
accurately referred as she.
A cisgender woman is referred to as a she, yes.
Cisgender.
A cisgender, yes.
Is everybody agrees on it? The
Yes.
person
Yep.
himself and surroundings.
Okay, yeah.
Now let's imagine that our language is so accurate and so capable that has a definite pronoun for a transgender girl, and we call it P. For example, we have he, we have she, and we have P, which denotes a transgender girl.
Okay.
Okay. Now I tell you, hey, yesterday the P just beat up the she, beat up her.
Okay.
Now,
And now
Yes.
we're thinking about if P is more inclined to a she or a he. So.
But a P is a transgender girl. We already are familiar with the whole concept. So, do you still consider it as violence against women?
P is the neutral area.
Well, they them is like many in the it's kind of considered the gender neutral pronoun because you don't have to invent a new word, it's already there. And
Okay, I didn't know that. So what I'm trying to get at is that in order to identify if an action is a violent act against a woman, the gender of the beater of the person who commits the violent act is not part of the answer.
Yeah, I think you're getting to what Valerie was saying, that it's still violence against a woman, whether it's a woman against a woman or a man or a woman. I think is that what you're essentially getting to?
Let's say yes, and then what is the reaction?
So let's consider this.
That's the gray
We
area.
have, we have a transgender boy. Let me see. No, we have a transgender. So, I think I'm mixing it all up. So let's say that we
Try.
yeah,
You're right.
we have a fight between a transgender girl who has transitioned and is a boy now, and a boy. So is that considered violence against? Is that
Yeah,
considered
I was
violence
thinking
against
about
them?
going the other way. Yeah. So
Yeah,
similar
okay.
thing, I would think.
Well,
It
just
works
to
both
be
ways,
clear,
correct?
Shayesta, you mean
Yes.
a girl who transitions to a boy
Yes.
fighting with a cisgender
With a
boy.
cisgender
And
boy.
personally and officially, the beater is a boy now.
Officially is a girl now. Okay.
Because he
Uh-huh.
hasn't socially
Transitions,
transitioned
okay.
yet.
Yeah. So again, we're not talking about the same gender fight. So yeah.
I have seen the fight like this, and I didn't find this very shocking. I've seen, for example, Brazilian transgenders who was wearing high heels, fighting with a man, and I was not very shocked. So I would say it is practically normal.
Okay.
So is it not
So
really considered violence against men?
Oh, I'm disappointing myself. I'm talking about a video where a man was transformed to a transgender, to a woman who was wearing high heels, and the person was fighting with a man.
Okay.
Okay.
I have seen several videos like this.
And are you? What are you trying to say? That is that violence against a woman?
Mm, I didn't think that it was really violence against women because I find that the transgender look very, very strong. So I wasn't very shocked. What
Hmm.
was strange is the person who was wearing high heels. So the person may be disadvantaged.
Yeah, I think I boil it down to originally what Valerie was saying, which is at that point, violence is violence, whether it
Yeah.
be
Okay.
woman to a woman, woman to a man, man to a woman, man to a man, so on and so forth, or they them
I
across the board.
that's my definition. It's violence regardless of one's gender, whether the person is a woman, a man, or non-binary, or
But violence between men is quite accepted. It is very shown in movies where we see a lot of fights.
but that's how our society works. It's not like
Violence
it's
between
not
men
like
is
it's per se
very,
a given, I
But
think.
it doesn't mean that is not violence.
yes, violence between men has always existed since always.
I would say violence always has existed.
I would say so too, because there were societies.
But
Not just
violence,
violence against, not just men, not just male violence. I would say flat out, like I said, violence has existed.
Violence as a concept,
Yes.
regardless of gender.
but I think in the movies we will never see men beating women. But usually we see men fighting each other, shooting themselves,
All
and
right. All right. Yes.
But just because we don't see it in movies doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
yes, but it is forbidden. It is not good.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's
Taboo.
not good.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yes, it is
Alright.
forbidden, but
All right.